Welcome to our video that will teach you a little bit more about getting information on COVID relief to industry sectors through our COVID relief spending tracker brought to you by POGO. As you see, we're already in the industry overview module on our spending tracker. And as you scroll down, you'll see a long list of different industry sectors. Retail trade, manufacturing, mining. We didn't come up with these on our own. These are taken from something called the North American Industry Classification System. It's a pretty standard numbering system that the private sector and government uses to really just kind of categorize the different types of businesses that the companies are in. And so as best we can, we've tracked money that's going to these sectors. I should note that there's a considerable amount of money that we haven't been able to assign. And that's because it is not standard procedure to collect and disclose a NAICS code, that's North American Industry Classification System number, for assistance awards. So we have it for all the contracts awards, and for the PPP loans, the Paycheck Protection loans, it is collected and released separately. We've been able to pull that in for all of those loans and assign them to their industry sectors. But for all the other awards, we don't get an individual industry for each award. What we have been able to do is, if a program is entirely devoted to a particular industry sector, education funds, programs, mass transit funded by some of these COVID programs, we know those are going to a major industry sector. And so we've been able to go in and assign those. But for broader support, say something like disaster assistance loans, they can go to all sorts of businesses. They can go to construction businesses or restaurants. And so you would have to go through individually and figure those out. And we haven't been able to do that. And so those all get put into an unclassified categories grouping. But this is basically the best we've been able to do to tell people how much money is going to which sector. So let's dive into one of these, take a look. I'm just going to pick transportation and warehousing. And what you get is total amount spent. You'll see the number of transactions, and you'll see this little scroll bar that'll show you all the different states and fun pictures of each state. And as you hover over them, you'll see the amount spent in that state. So it's not a map, but it does give you a breakdown of each state by industry sector, the number of awards. You can even click through and explore the data. Here's Arizona for transportation, and you start to see the assistance awards for Arizona that are transportation related. We'll go back to the industry overview page. You'll see that we have breakdown, we have assistance, some details, and then below that contracts. But again, you'll see some overview, number of transactions, the number of agencies that have spent the money, the breakdown in terms of the award type of loans, direct assistance, grants, other types of awards. And even when we can, we try and provide the 10 largest individual awards. And you'll see some of these companies, you see they get more than one awards. American Airlines here at top, and also in the number 5 spot. So you see this isn't the largest amounts to an individual company. These are awards. And then for contracts, we try and do the same thing, give you an overview and some of the breakdown of the largest individual contracts. Now, contracts does have a link where you can jump through to a search for all contracts. And again, this will just do an industry sector search for all contracts, and you have it sorted by amount so you can see, all the rest of them. We don't have that availability on assistance because those searches are just too large and they take too long. As you see, this one just for transportation, there's almost 1 million awards that would be a result of this. And so it just turns out too often to be a search that gets the site hung up. So we haven't been able to provide that any longer. That is an overview of working with our industry sector data and our module, our COVID relief spending tracker. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.